Adam, and he's lost his trolley. He's lost his trolley. Not he's off his trolley. Oh. We've not sent it back up there. Oh, he's found it. That looks like a candlestick, and it looks remarkably similar to one that's been Julie found before, which I've done a repair on. It's in a video. Let's have a look. Oh, base is good. It's just the top again, look. Oh, is that a bird on there? That's a nice foliage pad. Could be a bird. Well, I'm going to take that because I think I could do the same with that as I did with the other one. Let's get the seaweed, quick, get off. Quite pleased with that, to be honest. I would say take it over there and give it a rinse, but there's quite a bit of mud in the way. And though I've just put my wellies on, I'll clean it when I get home. Right, the first job, I think, is just going to see what barnacles I can remove with a plastic scraper. So let's just have a look, shall we? Probably, oh, well, I'm quite amazed. I didn't think these would shift. Look at that. It's absolutely amazing. They've all come off. I didn't think for 1 minute that would do that. It's not even damaged the scrape wheel. Tiny little bit. That's look at that. That's quite incredible. So I've just popped outside to do this. So here we go. The next stage. I'm quite amazed. Right, I'm just gonna be sort of cleaning it off. This is just I know I cleaned it after we found it, but it wasn't a sort of major clean, not for a better word. Just trying to get anywhere that I do the repair, I want it to be as clean as possible. This is a soft brass brush. Not so much worried about the underneath, to be honest. Just make sure I clean here where it's and here where it's going to be repaired. Put on the milliput to do the repair. Should be nice and a nice soft gentle touch over there. I can feel a little bit of rust or other gunk on there. So let's have a clean like this. Because it's brass, it's not too coarse. See what we get left. Quite surprised how easy them barnacles come off. Mind you, like they have been sitting indoors. This has been sitting indoors for 2 weeks. Perhaps they dried out and just fell off. That's not too bad, is it? I'm not sure what pattern is. It's floral. Leaves come round there. Flower there. Flowers at white flowers at the back. Because it's snapped. There's no glaze there. It's quite porous, so the algae is penetrated. Well, I think I'm pleased with that. So it's 1, 2, and then around the top there. Right, what I'm going to do here is mix a bit of milliput superfine white. It's an epoxy putty, which is highly adhesive. So do it 50-50. Comes in 2 little packs inside. It needs a good mix, you know, don't just sort of spend 20 seconds. You really need to do it for a while. So I'm carry on doing this. Right, spent 4 or 5 minutes mixing this, rolling this, kneading this. So don't forget it's 2 parts. Comes in 2 little packs. 1, 2, 50-50, and we roll it together, knead it. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to do the bottom first. Whoops, let's get back in the camera. I'm going to do bottom first, and then this bit, because I don't really want to be holding this while I do the bottom, because there's more work there. So I'm going to do these 2 fractures. What I tend to do is I build it up. You know, it's quite easy to sand down. So like, if you do put a little bit too much on, it's not a problem, but of course it's more work. So try to be as close as you can. Right, now that's, lucky enough, there's just a little bit left of the outside edge. So that's all I need really. And then start to build. I mean, like, you can change the shape if you want, make it more like a petal, you know, sort of in and out, in and out. See, that's not the outside edge. That's been broken. That is the only sort of reference that we've got to how big it needs to be. So I'm going to leave that bit for now. Fill in these obvious. Around here. Always come back to this. The way I do it is sort of little and often, as it were. Don't try to build it all in one piece. Roll a bit out and poke that up on there like that. Come back there. You know, it really does sound quite well. So like, you don't really want to put too much on. See, it's starting to take shape. Like that. it's very easy to sand. Small grit sandpaper or emery cloth. I like to use the gritty sponges as well. I'll show you one of them shortly. Let's get some more on there. Right, what you can do is wet your finger. Not too much, I mean, like, you don't want it dripping, but it does help. As you can see, just helps you. Just smooth it down. Back building this up some more. You can see how I'm doing it is I'm doing it in a little sort of a sausage. Coming round, building it up, trying to get the height as well as the width. I say it's quite easy to rub down, so like, you don't have to be 100% right, as it were. I've got this little tool. I should wet that and just go over it and shape it. And a wet finger as well. Just sort of building it up. You can see, starting to get there shape-wise. Just wet my finger and go around. I'll just smooth that down with my finger and a touch of water, so that won't be long before we can just start to sand that off. So that will do for now. Put it on the shelf to dry, and have a look at it in a few hours' time. Right, it's the next morning, so I'm just building this up some more. Carry on doing this. I'm not going to film it all because it's just going to be just too long. Now this one, I'd already done a lot more than this, and I put it away and I forgot all about it, and I've just found it. So I'm going to add this in. Haven't really got to do much to that. Right, filled and rubbed this one down, so this is ready for decoration, as you can see. Not a bad finish on that. Quite pleased with that one. Took, I suppose you can take overall about 2 hours to get to that level. So that's one down. A few more to go. Right, let's have a look at this one. Alright, that's going to be the next one to rub down. Shouldn't be too bad. Now, you can use a penknife, and in fact it works quite well. And you can work it and get a not too bad finish on it, really. I mean, like, you still have to go use the abrasive sandpaper or emery cloth or the grit sponges. Just keep going. So I shall carry on doing this and get back to you in a short while. I'm still working away on this one using the sandpaper now. You can see it's come along quite nice. It's still a number of hours work on it, I'd say. So I'm going to carry on and then we go back to all of these. Right, I've sort of double filled now, so caught up with this one. Just I have to make sure I get all this into the bin, and not all over the floor and over the side. So doing this will take an hour or so. Trim this back and then do some sanding. So I'll show you this one when it's done, ready for the decoration. Right, that's the second one, rubbed down, as you can see. So smooth you can't even feel the join. That took a while to do, so that's 2 done now. 1, 2. I'm going to do this one next. And if you can see, it's sort of roughly filled. And now it's the job for the penknife. Pack and needle file set. That's what I use to do the delicate sort of cuts in, sort of things like that. As you go around there, you know, to get the groove, that sort of thing. Different types of sandpaper and a sponge. These are really good because you can actually roll these up and put them inside, such as that. Get the inside done, etc. So that's 2. So I'm going to finish off this one next, and that'll be 3. So that's ready to go. And then the last one that's got the most work, I've been nibbling away at it, is this candlestick. So we should get there shortly. Right, I've been absolutely rubbing this lot down, as you can see. This is ready to do some sealing, painting, decoration. This one I've masking tape, ready to paint the top, decoration. See, it's all getting there. So all 5 ready to be put back to life. So I haven't included this filling and rubbing down because it just takes hours and it's not practical to do on a video. But things will move along now as I start to decorate. So hopefully you can see some finished results. Just a little bit of work to do on that one. So I've just done the first coat of paint on 3 of them, as you can see. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's alright to use as it is, like with a coat of lacquer just to seal it. But I'm going to give it another coat, and of course I'm going to add some decoration to it. This one as well. This one. So, that top's been built up. So what, it's hard to tell you. That section there and the top section on there. I think that's it there. And want to know what the paint is? It's Maston 1. We got this from the range. I don't know if you heard the chain of stores range. They got a pretty decent paint artist selection, so it's always worth a look. Anyway, so these 3. I'm gonna crack on there. This is going to be a fairly sort of simple thing, not a lot of paint. Just match the top. Puts that and see how that goes. And of course, the famous candle stick. That, I mean, I know you could use that as it is, but I like to freshen them up. So we'll see how that goes. So get back shortly. Well, here's all the finished parts, as you can see. All done. In fact, I've still got one over there to spray with this base cream colour. So do that one as we go on. Right, I've just mixed up. I'm just going to do, as you know, that's the top that's been repaired. So I'm just going to do a simple decoration on this. It's going to come round. Oh dear. I'll wipe that off later, that'll be alright. Oops, a daisy. Just a simple ring, and that will do for now. Alright, let's have a go at I'll do this one. Yellow. This is the candlestick holder. love this. This is called lemon yellow. Now, I do use acrylic paint to do this. People have said to me in the past, you know, it may be the wrong paint, but what I do is, it's so easy to work. That's a lovely paint to put on. I seal it after I've done with lacquer, and not just any old lacquer. It wasn't intentionally, I didn't go out and buy it purposely, but I used to own a BMW car, and I've done a paint job on it once, and it comes in a 3-pack: primer, main coat, and a lacquer. And I've got the car in it more, and I've had this tin of lacquer. In fact, I've still got a lot of the the primer and the main coat, so I use it elsewhere. It's a very good lacquer. Basically gives it a nice shine. So I should be doing that later. This is an experiment on the bottom of the pot. I was going to do a big purple flower, so I was just trying out freehand on the bottom there, see how it was going to come out. So ignore that. Not part of the finish. So in fact, I've left the paint tray. Oh no, it's here. I can finish this off. I thought I left it over by the sink. So I'll do that there, and this here. I tell you, I've got arthritis, you know, in my thumbs. Sometimes it really makes me thumbs stiff. Really annoying. So it does cramp my style a little bit. Where did it go over there? Nope. Yeah, just getting back to the acrylic paint, isn't it? And not as though like they're going to go in the dishwasher or wash them up in the sink. And I do find it long lasting. I've never tried it without any lacquer because I've always lacquered it. I just need to take that into some different light source because I can't really see if it's covering on that edge. Or it will cover, I mean, have I missed a bit? What I should have said. We'll leave that for now, let that dry off, and I'm really going for, I don't know, I mean, like, I'd love to put a decorative flower pattern on one of these. I have done that before. I don't know if you remember one of our pasta videos, and I was quite pleased with the result, but I didn't have dodgy thumbs then. And it wasn't that long ago, to be honest. So we'll have to see. Yeah, I've just found the pot that I'd done before. You can see I quite liked it. I don't know if anybody else does, but you know, it was once again it had a broken top, repaired that, and just had a little quick fire pattern I shoved on it. Better than laying underground broken, I suppose. So that's what I love doing this and then putting them on the shelf. And you know, if you hadn't been out mudlarking, they'd still be underground. I'll give myself a challenge with one of these pots. I'm drawing on a sort of crazed effects, a bit like that, and I'm going to replicate that onto here. So just using a pen at the moment, drawing the sherds, as it were, cover the whole pot, and then individually paint each section. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I can then sit down so it's manageable to show you. So started off like that, and I shall carry on regardless, and see what we get at the end. So hopefully we can replicate something like that in miniature form. So please stay with us, and we'll see how it ends up. I'll give you little updates as I go along, but I can't film it. It'll be just hours long. This video's getting a bit long at the moment. So wish me luck. I'm going in. As you can see, just done over a fraction. You can see how I sort of it was pencil that I used, not a pen. So drawn in and just colour in. It's a bit like painted by numbers, apart from the fact that I haven't got any numbers. So anyway, carry on and see what we have at the end of it. As you can see, it's come along nicely. Not too much to do. Just that section there. Done this over 2 days really. Bit fiddly. You have to come up for air. If you don't like it, it's a bit of a strain on the eyes, to be honest, but here we go. Nearly getting there. Right, on this one I'm going to have the sort of sherd effect, or crazy cracked pottery sherd, by having bigger pieces this time. On the other one it was quite tiny, sort of very small, sort of kaleidoscope type finish. It's come up really well, to be honest. It's all been lacquered. I'm not going to show you it now because I want to put it on the end with the round up. So what I'm going to do with this one is actually do the cracked pieces bigger, sort of that size. Different shapes, of course, nothing uniform about it at all. And we'll see the final result at the end. There's the candles. I'm going to change the design. I wasn't happy, so that's going to be gold acrylic, that centerpiece. Haven't made up my mind yet to do the base, but I'm changing it. So we'll see what happens on the final for that one. Right, as you can see, going along. So bigger, more room out really, and I will be putting a gold edge around each piece, which I couldn't do on that one because it was too small and fiddly. I probably could have done, to be honest, because I've got a really tiny brush, but I didn't really fancy it. So here we are. I suppose about 30–35% done. I'll show you the finished object once it's done. Right, I did decide to paint the base of the candlestick gold as well, as same as the column here. So I did give it a first coat without filming it. There's so much filming. But not only I've got to do all this, I've got to organise fitting it all on a video. You know, can't be sort of hours long, because it'd be, I'd hate to think how long it would be. Maybe 7 hours long. I mean, could be more than that. But, so I've got to think about that. Cut a bit, edit a bit, snip a bit out, more bits out. So it's nice to do a repair video, even though, you know, believe it or not, there is more work, but it's a lot warmer, especially in the winter. The last week here it's been down in the freezing. So snugged up indoors. I mean, Jury's been doing other things just because she's not been in the video. She leaves all this to me. So I hope you don't mind, but that's Julie. Julie does what she wants to do. I do what I want to do. Julie loves going out larking, absolutely loves it, but she's got other things that she likes to do as well, apart from that. So we'll leave that for now, and it's come along nicely. I've decided to add some decorated scallop shells on the end of this vid. I've got 3 here. I've done this one in chrome, so I'm going to do these 2. I mean, look at the size of it. I don't know if you remember when we found these, and I'll do these 2 in a mixture of whatever paint I've got. It's ginormous, so look out for that at the end. There's the 5 items all finished and ready to show the world, or at least show my subscribers, our subscribers on YouTube. I think I quite like this one. I really do. I've still got that purple flower underneath it. I mean, look how that come up. Isn't that not nice? Yeah, I like that very much. If I say it myself. The candlestick. I know it's a bit bright and leery, but I quite like it. I'm trying to do it differently, you know. So I'm quite happy with that too. This is the one that took a lot of work, as you can see. You can see it shining. That's the lacquer. It's actually acrylic lacquer. So there's the evidence. It's an old pot. So quite like that one. I think this used to be a little cream pot. Could have been a sort of meat paste, fish paste pot, early type. It's a 50. Quite like that. And this one, that was the less work. New top, so already had the designer on it. So that's that one done. And this is the bonus. I'd already filled this one earlier, so this one's quite good as well. Maybe a black and ink pot. Don't know if it was ink. A black and pot, not a black and ink. So it could have been that, or an ink. There we are. So like that as well. Do like that. That's a lot of work. I'd hate to think 20, 25 hours all in all. Get these up and finished, ready for display. Is the scalloper shells. You see, this one, I've already got a place for this one on the wall at the front door. It's quite good above the tree of life. Like that. It's a finish that I didn't expect. But I thought to myself, I'm going to keep that like that. I quite like that. And the chrome one, that little dent there, I think that is a sort of wormhole, whatever it is attacks these things. I was going to fill it, and I thought no, it is what it is. So that's the 3 scallop shells. I've got another one somewhere, I can't find it, which I painted, I don't know, maybe a year ago. Put it somewhere, so I hope to find that. I've got a set of 4. But that's nearly 7 inches wide, that one. So hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you haven't already. And we shall be back out larking next week, so back to normal. But we really wanted to get these finished and repaired, so it was a good opportunity. And of course, I'm not forgetting this one. So thank you very much. Best wishes from Julie and from me, Mark. Bye bye for now.